I'm Macy Egland. New information in the Gilgo Beach killings case. In a new documentary, admitted serial killer Rex Heuermann lays out his grisly ritual for murdering women inside his Massapequa Park home. And as Andrew Anger tells us, that's not the only shocking revelation.
Hello. How are you, dear?
Rex Heuermann may have admitted to 8 murders in the Gilgo Beach killings. But in the 4th episode of the Peacock documentary, The Gilgo Beach Killer House of Secrets, we're hearing more about why Heuermann secretly decided to change his plea nearly a year ago, what he told his family and ex-wife, Asa Ellerup, about the killings from jail.
Can you please tell me how many of these women did you kill? He said 8.
It gives a lot more context and clarity to some.
Newsday court reporter Grant Parpan has covered Heuermann since his arrest in 2023. In the documentary, it comes out that Heuermann admitted to murdering 7 of the 8 women in his Massapequa Park home, most in a so-called basement kill room. We're also introduced to psychotherapist Allison Winter. She says Heuermann admitted to her he had a 4-day ritual for killing his victims. He set aside 1 day to prepare his house, then another to lure the victim to the house and kill them, then get rid of the body, a 3rd day to get rid of all the evidence, and a 4th was set aside to handle any emergencies.
This is something that clearly he was getting off on. This was a sickness, something in him that compelled him to kill.
The documentary also reports that Heuermann's ex-wife has renovated the basement of their Massapequa Park home and now sleeps in the area of the so-called kill room because, quote, I am trying to say spiritually in my own way that I am really sorry for what these victims went through.
He said he killed 8 women.
Peacock says this is the final episode of the documentary, but Parpan says the show hints that there is still a lot more that we don't know about Rex Heuermann.
There's some questioning in the documentary as to whether or not he has more victims out there.
Andrew Enger, Newsday TV.
Read more of our Gilgo coverage on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. A hazmat situation leading to the arrest of a father and son in Syosset. It started when officers say the teen drew a swastika in a bathroom at Syosset High School. We're told that led them to his home yesterday, where they found chemicals used to create explosives. Police say the teen's father, Francisco Sanles, paid for those chemicals. He and his son are now facing a number of charges. This Center Reach man has been indicted for allegedly driving drunk and injuring a state DOT worker. Police say Joseph Kalinowski hit Randolph Acom in February as he was putting down traffic cones on the LIE in Holtzville. Kalinowski faces up to 15 years in prison if convicted. You can see Newsday's year-long investigative series looking at Long Island's dangerous roads on our website, Newsday.com. The South Country School District has adopted a new budget asking residents to approve a double-digit tax hike. The spending plan raises the tax levy by more than 13% to make up for a multi-million-dollar shortfall. Because it pierces the cap, 60% of voters need to approve that budget. And if they do, the average homeowner would have to shell out $749 more a year in their school taxes.
I haven't heard one person on this board or in this administration, and particularly Mr. Santana, you, say, I'm sorry. I screwed up.
The budget vote is May 19th. Only in Newsday, the Plain Edge School District has appointed Christopher Zublionis as its new superintendent. His contract runs from July through June of 2031. Zublionis will be the district's first permanent leader since its former superintendent abruptly left in September. Money is being made available for volunteer firefighters to take new training courses. Up to $500 in stipends will cover courses on firefighter survival, search and rescue operations, and officer and incident command roles. They're aimed at boosting recruitment and reducing the cost of training. The Knicks are looking to rebound in Atlanta tonight. The Hawks took Game 2 at MSG Monday night to even up the first-round playoff series. So Game 3 tips off tonight at 7 o'clock in Atlanta. Let's talk about your Thursday forecast. Sunshine, warmer temperatures. Today really shaping up to be the nicest day of the week. Hope you get out there and enjoy it. This morning outside at Atlantic Avenue Beach in Amagansett, a really gorgeous shot there. We will feel a bit of a breeze with highs in the upper 60s to low 70s for most of the island today. Those clouds start off the day tomorrow morning, but it eventually clears up. Highs closer to 60 degrees. Right now we've got some rain in the forecast for your weekend and then again on Tuesday and Wednesday next week. So yeah, some wet weather ahead, but at least some warmer temperatures as well.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
Newsday investigates a plan by NUMC to spend millions creating a cutting-edge neurosciences department. But as Newsday investigative reporter Peter Dioria tells us, that plan failed.
Back in 2022, the hospital's leadership said, we are going to create this big new department. It's Department of Neurosciences. It's going to bring in a bunch of patients and revenue. The idea was sort of, they would create something that would kind of help the hospital get on stable financial footing. And so they said, this is going to be a really great high-tech new unit. We're going to do neurosurgery. They spent millions of dollars trying to set this up. They brought in a bunch of new practitioners. They hired a neurosurgeon who immediately became the highest paid employee at the hospital. And it kind of went nowhere. So we looked at procedure data from the past few years, and you can see that the number of procedures done at the hospital didn't really change. They actually went down from 2021 to 2024 and 2025. So basically it wasn't bringing in new patients and it wasn't bringing in new money, even though they were spending millions on surgeons. They did this whole renovation of this unit. We looked at payroll data. You can see how they hired a ton of people, spending almost doubled on salaries in the department. And then it's kind of started to go down. And I think this gets at some of the really significant challenges that the hospital has faced. It's losing millions of dollars every year. It's really struggling to find itself on firmer financial footing. But it's been really struggling with leadership turnover and sort of questionable management and inability to sort of stick to a strategy and keep at that strategy.
You can read more about NUMC's finances on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Here's what's up on Long Island. Vintage cars and classic rides are on display at Gilgo Beach. The outdoor car show also features some live music. It's Sunday on Ocean Parkway in Massapequa.
You ever see the first bicycle ever made? I don't know how to make anything. But I know you don't take the smallest wheel you can find and put that in the back.
Laugh out loud to comedian and actor Tom Papa. His Grateful Bread tour heads to the Paramount in Huntington Saturday night at 7 o'clock. DJ Louis DeVito brings the beats to Mulcahy's in Wantagh Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Check that out. And for admission information and even more events, click Get More below that Newsday TV video box on our homepage. Time now for the best in high school sports. Here's Jared Beluzzi.
It was an excellent week of high school sports here in April. Some great games filled with some amazing plays, including one that might just be a candidate for play of the year. As Harborfield's goalie, Frank DiPaolo, he's gonna launch this the length of the field, and it's gonna somehow go in as Harborfields took down Sayville. And staying in boys lacrosse, St. Anthony's going against Malvern Prep from Pennsylvania, two of the top teams in the country. And Jake Johnston, he dodges down the alley, but he'll split the double and score for a St. Anthony's victory. And in girls lacrosse, how about Syosset's Julie Shaughnessy, the behind-the-back finish in their one-goal loss to Long Beach. And staying in Nassau County, Belmore taking on Floral Park. And this game needed 4 overtimes, but Kristen Lichtenstein of Belmore, she's going to dodge here. She'll lose the ball, but will bat it in to give Belmore the victory. And going to flag football now, Copeg's 8th grader Gianna Lewis will go up and get it, but it was Smithtown getting the victory. And in Nassau County, Division and Belmore, it was scoreless with just 27 seconds left in the game, but Division's Abby Long with the interception, and she's going to go 74 yards to the house to give Division the dramatic victory. And in baseball, Max Rayburn of Center Moriches will send this one out of the park. It's a grand slam as they picked up the big-time victory. And speaking of grand slams, we're going to go to Suffolk softball, where Savannah Hess of Mount Sinai, this was her 2nd home run of the game. It's a grand slam, and Sinai picks up the victory as Hess now has 5 home runs on the year. What a season it has been for her, and Mount Sinai got another victory. As those were the plays of the week here on Long Island. I'll be back next week with some more amazing plays.
These kids are so impressive. Jared's plays of the week are only part of Sarah Sounds Off. You can watch that full episode, including a check-in with the Copeg flag football team. Just click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. You can see more on all of the stories you've seen today on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other streaming services you see here. I'm Macy Eglund. We've got more local news coming up.
You'll always find something exciting with Carissa Kelman on Newsday TV. From vacations and destinations to hidden places and insider spaces. Let's go with Carissa Kelman. Now available at Newsday.com/Carissa.